Hey Vince, I appreciate you attending.
Autumn, can you hear
Good
me?
morning. Yeah,
So I might have made an oopsie. Gina, and say hi.
hi Tina. Um, what's up, Vince? What's going on?
Uh, I came into the office. I made a mistake.
Yeah, were you able to swipe in?
I was able to swipe in, yeah.
Okay, that's
I think I
good.
was using my credit card.
Vince.
I don't remember for sure,
That's crazy.
but I might have been using my because it's Oakland. It's an Oakland credit card.
Um, that makes more sense.
So
I was picturing my bright blue credit card.
yeah, no, it's like looks that
Yeah.
color. So I might have been using my credit card. I
Okay.
don't
Yeah, I
remember
could
for
I could
sure though.
totally see that. That's a reasonable mistake.
Yeah. Actually, let me pull that out of there so that I can put it in its right pocket. So I came in all the way down here and I was like, completely forgot we were virtually virtual 24/7 now. Do you live nearby? That looks
Yeah,
like
pretty close. Um,
I thought that might have been one of the halls.
no, this is a bedroom at my folks.
Fair enough. Nice couch. Futon or just couch?
That is just the headboard. I don't have a
Oh.
couch or anything. This is my bed.
Oh, I thought it was a couch. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm very off, starting to fall off my meds after working today. So
It's okay. You're here.
yeah, heard that's been a bit of a hassle. I'm sorry. I can't help. Couldn't have helped more so far.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing your best. It's just that, the problem is that a bunch of people work during the day and a bunch of people work during the evening.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, what are we gonna do? Have GBM on the weekend?
I mean, we could. Can we?
I don't know if that would
Can we
work
have
any better
GBM on the
though.
weekend? So yeah, no, we can't.
Yeah.
Why did I decide to stay here with you? Sorry, that sounded mean. Yeah, because I didn't want to drive all the way. True. I forgot about that. I said that. No, does it not have a? Uh-oh. Did I make a oopsie? I screwed up. What? I mean, this product that I just bought is not going to work. Like it actually will physically not work. How long do you think this meeting will be?
It depends. Um, I mean, ballpark 7:30.
Oh, gotcha.
Um, maybe less.
I don't know. Close 9 p.m. Okay, that works. That's fine. That's fine. Go see if I can fix my mistake before the end of the day.
Director Vela.
I think it's gonna make me be the Stuco account. Otherwise, I can't get in the meeting.
Um, I don't think that should be a problem. I'm not letting the AI meeting notes in. I don't know why it tries to join. That didn't used to happen. All right, it is 6 o'clock, but we only have four voting members right now, so I think we're gonna wait a little bit to call to order. Um, there's certainly some people who can be or who are not quite yet here. Hi, Legislator Williams.
Hello
That makes
there.
five. I still don't know what's going on with this light. Welcome to the gallery. I I believe this is Mike. Um, just want to let you know that we're waiting for a few more members um, to join before we get started. Because we don't have enough people right now to vote on any issues. Yeah. Excuse me 1 minute. I'm just gonna open the blinds and turn off this light because it keeps flickering. right. For a quick rundown, we have five voting members here right now. Five voting members have told me they cannot be here today. And of the seven other people that are unaccounted for, we would need four of them in order to meet quorum. So with that in mind, what does everybody want to do? Should we wait any longer?
What are the chances we actually make quorum?
I mean, I just went through all the numbers. I could go through all the numbers again.
Yeah,
But
but I mean,
past that, all I can do
base,
is guess.
If I am
fair
not
enough.
mistaken, we have yet to have a quorum for one of these meetings. And if we have, it has been very little, so I do not think our chances are high.
Yeah. Um, I mean, we were meeting quorum a little while ago. Uh, and this time is ostensibly more accessible for more people. So I feel like it should be possible. Um, but I don't know.
I don't think we should wait along that, at least for too much longer. Because if they're not here now, they're probably not showing up in the first place. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty pessimistic about how quorum has been, even with the new meeting time.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So is there anybody who does want to wait? Okay, hearing none, I'm gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order at 6:13 p.m. And we'll start with the roll call. Speaker Ferretti is absent. Majority Leader Perez is absent. Steering Chair Mays is absent. Computer Student Support Chair Lunger is absent. Legislator Bill,
Present.
present. All right, thank you. Legislator Howell is absent. Legislator Canepa is absent. Legislator Martino, Legislator Martino, are you present or present and voting? We can come back. Legislator Moeller is absent. Legislator Norden is absent. Legislator Obra,
Present.
Legislator Reyes, absent. Legislator Raymond is absent. Legislator Rosario,
Present.
Legislator Wesley is absent. Legislator Williams
Present.
and Legislator Wolf is absent. Legislator Martino, are you present or present and voting? Vince?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, I lost connection while I was moving buildings. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm present.
Okay. So that is 5 of 17, so that is not a quorum. Um, we'll move on to the land acknowledgement. Oakland University resides on the ancestral, traditional, and contemporary lands of the Anishinaabe, known as the Three Fires Confederacy, comprised of the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi. The land was ceded in the 1807 Treaty of Detroit and makes up Southeast Michigan. In recognizing the history and respecting the sovereignty of Michigan's Indian nations, Oakland University honors the heritage of Indigenous communities and their significant role in shaping the course of this region. Further, we recognize the wrongs done to those forcibly removed from their homelands and commit to fostering an environment of inclusion that is responsive to the needs of First Peoples through our words, policies, and actions. The preservation and perpetuation of customs and traditions of indigenous nations are essential to our shared cultural heritage. A deep understanding of Native peoples past and present informs the teaching, research, and community engagement of the university in its ongoing effort to elevate the dignity of all people and serve as shared stewards of the land. Oh, forgive me, allow me to share the screen. Oh, we have another member of the gallery. Um, Welcome to the gallery. We just called this meeting to order, and unfortunately, we don't have a quorum today, so there will not be any voting. Okay. So we don't have a guest speaker today. Are there any announcements? Or I'm sorry. I'm sorry. First, we need to go through approval of the agenda. Here's the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve?
I motion to approve the agenda.
Moved by legislator Obra,
Second.
supported by legislator Martino. With no opposition, that motion carries and the agenda is approved. There's no guest speaker today. Are there any announcements? Okay, hearing none, we'll go to the hearing none, we'll go to the approval of the 6:18 minutes. And I'll pull those up. So these are the minutes. The floor is open for discussion, or anybody can motion. Hearing no discussion, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I approve.
Moved by legislator Williams,
Second.
seconded by legislator Rosario. Hearing no opposition, that motion carries. Next on the agenda is the approval of Lansing Faetete for University Senate by President Black.
Hello, we talked about this last week. I spoke to it last week. Val has been on University Senate before, or at least is intimately familiar with how Senate works. We're allotted a very, very small number of actual seats for active participation in Senate itself. Vice President Baker's telling me 3. I knew it was either 2 or 3. And Autumn and I both trust her to use that position and use it well. We cannot vote on this. Forgive me, I'm not feeling well, but I'm content to answer questions if anybody has developed them since I talked about this 2 weeks ago when we still couldn't vote on it.
The floor is open to any questions. Hearing none, the floor is open to any discussion. Okay, hearing none, we can't take a vote. So the next item is the approval of Lansing Faetete for the Campus Development and Environment Committee of the University Senate, also presented by President Black.
Bell has served on CDEC before, did a good job, is a very active participant, knows how the committee works and what it does. We trust her to give a voice to student congresses, environmental and sustainability positions on that committee, which deals with those particular issues. we can't vote on this either. I'll answer any questions if anyone has them.
The floor is open to any questions. Hearing none, the floor is open to any discussion. Hearing none, we'll move on to item D, CB 6904, bill to delegate 2 seats on the Provost Student Advisory Council to the Director of Student Advocacy. Second reading, eligible for final passage. Also presented by President Black.
It's me again. Some here have now heard my pitch for this bill perhaps 3 times. I've lost count. The provost came in with the idea to set up a provost advisory council, a group of students that would, well, advise the provost on student concerns. Student Congress was offered some seats on this advisory council. Autumn and I don't want to monopolize those seats. We figured that would be better off under the discretion of the Director of Student Advocacy, whose job is to advocate for the students and would thus be in a better position, we think, to make this decision. Now, they can certainly consult us if they would like to in terms of who gets appointed, and it would have to go through the legislature, is my understanding. But all the same, yes, they would be confirmed by the legislature, but just as a principle, we think this would be better off as a student advocacy call rather than a call that we make ourselves. That's all. We can't vote on it.
Thank you, President Black. The floor is open to any discussion. Okay, I was supposed to take questions first. Are there any questions? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to item E, the approval of Anusha Tiwari for the Director of Student Advocacy, also presented by President Black.
I do believe everyone here has heard me speak about Anusha Tiwari and the fantastic job that she's been doing. We really wish that we could confirm her, but we cannot, and she's not here to speak to her qualifications. But if anyone has questions, I'll answer them.
Thank you, President Black. The floor is open to any questions. Hearing none, the floor is open to any discussion. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to item F, the approval of Kumari Carl for the Director of Finance, also presented by President Black.
Since Kamari's not here and cannot speak to her qualifications and we cannot vote on her confirmation, I will just note as a means of displaying her qualifications that anybody here should, if they've filled out their employment paperwork, have access to the spreadsheet system that she just recently completed and that we are implementing to log hours. It works. It's wonderful. It's excellent. We're very glad to have her working on finances and very disappointed that we cannot confirm her at this meeting.
Okay, thank you, President Black. The floor is open to any questions. The floor is open to any discussion. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to item G, which is CB 6905, the Appendix 1, Article 1 formatting bill, also presented by President Black.
We've made no secret of the fact that although Autumn cannot directly sponsor legislation, this has been Autumn's project, this formatting bill. I will note again that although most of this is a matter of adding clarity, eliminating redundancies, things that were in the bylaws that no longer exist and thus no longer need to be in the bylaws, that sort of thing. Any change that we consider substantial that could alter the meaning of a particular section of the bylaws or is intended to is highlighted, free to be commented on, and made note of if and when this bill eventually gets voted on. I'm willing to field or answer questions about it, though, if folks have them.
All right, thank you, President Black. The floor is open to any questions. Hearing none, the floor is open to any discussion. Okay, hearing none, we will move on to item H. This is another item that we can't vote on, but we also can't present it. So I can't do anything until somebody tables this.
I motion to table the approval of Yasmin Tabs for SAP Director Marketing.
Moved by Obra,
Second.
moved by Obra, supported by Legislator Martino. Hearing no opposition, that motion carries. The item is tabled. Moving on, is there any discussion on anything related or unrelated to the agenda?
I'd like a motion to discuss, I don't know, attendance, I guess.
You can just start discussing.
All right, I'm just gonna start discussing because I don't know, I'm troubled by the fact we've had three GBMs, our second one online, at a time when most people should have been available, and we still haven't been able to meet quorum, hardly even like half our quorum, I think. So we aren't able to like get anything done. We need to start getting work ready for like the fall semester. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the third general body meeting where we haven't approved some of the appointed directors, and they can't do their jobs if they're not like appointed within that time frame or elected within that time frame.
That's right.
Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. So
Yes. Point of information,
I don't know, something
because
needs to
there's
be
no
done.
quorum in the votes today, those interim directors are both going to have to stop work until the next time that we meet quorum. Um, I mean, I don't want to go back to doing finance. I don't like it. And also they're incredible and they deserve these jobs and they kind of need these jobs. Point of
Yeah,
information.
Question.
yeah.
Given that we haven't actually met quorum, does this count as GBS?
Yes. The
Gotcha.
steering chair scheduled it and I called it to order because it's my job to call it to order at the scheduled time.
Yeah, we've had about a month and a half of meetings so far.
Gotcha. I was just thinking that since we technically hadn't met quorum, we might be able to argue that they didn't count, but okay, understood. Thank you.
So I don't know if we're going to need to like suspend members that aren't coming, or I don't want to take any nuclear options, but like something needs to be done about this, really.
Yeah. Thank you, Director Vella. Uh, Legislator Obra.
Uh, looking at like possible solutions, I don't know how like useful this would be, but like I think sending out like like a new one to me perhaps or something like just like and like making sure everybody gets it, like emailing people directly, posting on the Slack. I don't know what outside of that we can do to help. Like maybe find a new meeting time. I don't know what else we can do at this point.
I
Yeah.
think another
Thank
win
you.
to meet is good. Like clearly people aren't able to be at this meeting, even though like on this one they are, so maybe another one should be sent out.
Yeah, thank you, Legislator Obra. I I probably will do a new run to me. But I mean, as a point of information, we have been contacting everyone who's not on this, and contacting people whose schedules conflict with the availability that's on here. Um, it is available to everyone, and we are reaching out to everybody that we can.
Have they been
Um,
responding by chance?
some people sometimes. Um, Advisor Miller?
So could you clarify, and maybe you said this before, so I apologize. If they don't attend these meetings and they do not have excused absence, are these individuals subject to judicial process because they didn't make enough meetings? And would that be influential in terms of making sure they do?
Um, so unfortunately, we don't have the parliamentarian here. But my understanding of the bylaws is that that is grounds for an infraction, but because they are trying their best, it is not grounds for any consequences.
From my understanding, that's not true because given a past experience in a previous term, I was brought up for a hearing regarding my attendance, and that was on non-consecutive events.
Right. So if the Judiciary Committee has to determine that it's to some extent intentional or actively negligent, um, to my understanding, there could be an exception for attendance, especially during the fall and the winter, but not, I believe during the summer, I don't think there's anything we can do to remove these people, not with the current legislation. I'm sorry, I don't know who's first, but I think the interface is telling me that Legislator Rosario is first.
It was Obra, so I'll let them go ahead first.
Okay, yeah, Legislator Ober, please.
I was under the impression this would I heard this from Speaker Faitite that during like the summer semester there would be no like all absences would be excused. Like because I spoke to them regarding like my absence on on June 18th, and that is what they told me in response. Like that during the summer semester that all absences would be excused. That's just what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's certainly what we've been doing. I mean, we haven't pursued judiciary action against anyone who hasn't been in attendance. But of course, we have all of the records. Um, and if you heard it directly from them, then I believe it. Um, Legislator Rosario?
From my memory, I believe it's just difficult to do judiciary action against people for summer attendance. But I also believe that we don't have a judiciary committee in the first place right now because we don't have a judiciary chair, and then they can't form a committee if they don't
Well,
exist without the speaker working as the chair.
yeah, point of information, we do have a judiciary chair and an interim judiciary chair in Speaker Faitete, but we don't have the judiciary chair elected. Um,
No, I just mean like
and there is no
we don't have a
committee.
committee
That's true.
to
The
my
committee is
knowledge.
empty at this time. Um, Legislator Martino?
So, of the members, do we have people who have just straight up not shown up at all by chance?
Um, there are a couple of members who have such summer schedules that they are not able to attend any meetings. We also have at least one member who, depending on the week, works 40 hours a week, all for the university, and therefore it is illegal for them to get paid for this. And if somebody can't get paid, then we can't really hold it against them. Um, Also, there at least one member that we simply cannot get in touch with, no matter what we try, and we don't know if that is because of personal work, family issues. We don't know. Advisor Miller?
My advice would be, and it sounds like you have made attempts to have personal conversations with each of the legislators, but I would, at this point in time, um, recommend yourself or the president to contact all the legislators, even the ones that are on here that have been showing up to the meetings, and get a commitment out of them to find out of whether they plan to continue to be a legislator into the fall semester. Since they have not made a commitment during the summertime, which is still part of their responsibility by being a legislator, being elected to be a legislator, maybe you can get a good sense of what the legislative body is going to look like in the fall. And the other thing I would highly, highly recommend is start selecting a time and a day that you're going to be meeting in the fall so that there are no surprises and no excuses because you've got, maybe by talking to them, you can get their schedules for the fall because everybody should know it by now, and prepare them for when they do need to be meeting in the fall. Don't wait to the last minute to select a day and a time. That's just a couple of recommendations.
Yeah, thank you, Advisor Miller. Noted. Um, Legislator Williams?
Yeah, I think what Advisor Miller said is a excellent idea. Like, I know that like last month I said that my schedule conflicted with the the time for the general body meetings, but now it doesn't anymore. And I think it would be a good idea to meet with each legislator to discuss that.
All right, yeah. Thank you, Legislator Williams. Um, any further discussion? Okay, moving on, we'll go through the legislative reports. Um, there's no speaker's report today. There's no legislative leadership today. Are there any legislative project and initiative updates? Okay, hearing none. I Parliamentary procedure dictates I have to ask for questions, even though there were no reports. Hearing none, are there any liaison reports? Okay, moving on to executive reports, starting with Student Body President, President Black.
Hello. It's mainly been business as usual. Today I went with Director Heeman, Vice President Baker, and a colleague of ours to the Oakland County Board of Commissioners meeting and spoke during public comment about the data center project, spoke to a number of involved Oakland County residents about the data center project and uh, how it would affect them, how they could get involved. We just want to share what's going on campus with the local community as best we can. I think that was a very fruitful effort. I think it went quite well. Uh, Outside of that, we've been rearranging the office. We're meeting with the new Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Trung Nguyen, tomorrow morning, and with Chris Pilsner, our university's chief communications officer, the following Monday. We've probably got more going on that in my fog from the literal fog outside I have forgotten, but Autumn will probably be able to fill in. Yes, we've been moving along as usual, planning for Welcome Week. Hosted an executive meeting that I was out of state and unable to attend, unfortunately, but I'll yield my time.
Right. Thank you, President Black. Moving on to my report. It's true. We went to the Board of Commissioners meeting. For anyone who doesn't know, the grassroots group of Oakland County constituents have been going to those meetings for about 6 months now, asking for various support against ICE and DHS, including food assistance and legal assistance. And so there's a parallel situation, of course, with our experience with the data center proposal and our resolution that passed at the beginning of the summer, and the resolution that passed in the preceding fall. So all this to say that the Board of Commissioners meeting went well. And it's true, we have some other things going on. We just finally received both sunscreen and silicone drink covers in the mail, reusable drink covers, to protect people. I mean, it could definitely save you from a spill, but the main purpose is to keep you safe uh, in public places. And so we'll provide both of those things. We'll distribute them as best we can through the free vending machine and to any hotspots of places that need them. Um, but I'm sad about the quorum. I'm feel horrible that our two interim directors have to stop work. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm probably forgetting something too. Uh, I'm still working on the electric vehicle charger information to hopefully know enough to put some legislation before you all. Um, and I spoke to a orientation group leader, Cooper Jones, about some ideas that he had uh, to increase seating, to have more art and more, in various ways to encourage people to spend their time outside and enjoy our green spaces. And so I'm waiting to hear back from facilities and grounds and such places about that as well. And yeah, that concludes my report. Are there any updates related to executive board projects and initiatives?
I have one.
Director Vela?
Right. Speaking of using our green spaces, on Sunday the 12th, myself, Community Support Chair Lunger, and Kennington, a member of PCO, we all went out to the heritage site. We did a bunch of weeding. It was pretty awesome. So there's lots of cleanup there. We also noticed that they're using pesticides on the outdoor classroom. Not good. The weeds were really brittle, but we got like half of them. It was all right. But there will be another heritage site cleanup on Sunday, the 2nd of August. So I'd like to see some more of you guys there. I can bring extra gloves if you need them, but that's about it. The meeting minutes for the second are almost done, so you'll see those at the next meeting, and hopefully these ones too.
All right. Thank you, Director Vella. Any other executive board reports? Okay. Hearing none, any questions related to executive reports? All right. Hearing none, Advisor Miller?
Thank you. I just want to make sure that everyone here that is attending this meeting, that you have registered for your classes for the fall and for the winter semester, because Jen Yetter will be starting the registration process for you to work in the fall. So we just want to make sure that you are all your registration has been completed. And then the other thing is I just want everybody to be safe. This is such crazy, crazy weather, and this air quality is something that I don't think any of us have ever experienced, at least not in my time. And so we just make sure everybody is safe, and especially if you have any preconditions with your health, that you're doing what the everyone recommends so that you're not jeopardizing your personal health. We are passing out masks in our office. So if you happen to be on campus the next tomorrow, definitely come by and pick one up. Be happy to provide that to you for as long as we need to. So just thank you for being here. Thank you for your dedication and your commitment to OUSC. It definitely shows by your presence here tonight and for the last couple of meetings. And so thank you. Thank you very much. You are appreciated.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Advisor Miller. For point of information, the official advice is for healthy people not to go outside in these conditions. Like with no risk factors, you should not be outside. Um, and I think this is the first time this has happened to Michigan, certainly in a long time. Um, the floor is open to any comments from the gallery. That is to say, our non-members. I think we have one. All right. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Uh, hopefully next time will be a little bit more eventful. Moving on, are there any announcements? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.
Moved by Legislator Obra,
Second.
seconded by Legislator Rosario. Uh, Hearing no opposition, that motion carries. This meeting is adjourned at 6:49 p.m. Bang bang.
See you all in 2 weeks.
All right. Have a good
Hopefully more
Yeah,
of
day.
you in 2 weeks.
don't jinx us.
All right. I might stop by the office like next week or the week after that randomly.
Okay. Yeah, if you let me know when, then I'll be there.
Okay.
Adam, are you going to be in the office tomorrow?
Yeah, I still have about 2 hours left.
Okay, because I've got the information about the food trucks, so I'm going to
Okay.
bring it down tomorrow too. And I found one because you talked about mocktails, and I
Oh yeah.
actually found a mobile juice and tropical cocktail bar that could be, mocktails.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Awesome.
you did a good job tonight. as always.
Thank you. I did my best.
Bye.
I'll see you tomorrow, huh?
Okay.
Bye bye.